you know that you're fragmenting?
No, I don't know that I'm fragmenting. It could be the connection, but maybe it's you that's doing it.
Are you reading slowly on purpose?
No. But maybe I don't know what it is, but I'll read it again. If everything has been perceived, targeted, and engaged, then what is the future of the image, or rather, what is the post-information age image?
You're breaking up. I think I should call back, James.
All right, call back in. I'll have my producer there handle it. But for everybody, go ahead and hang up. Call back in.
And there is a YouTube site done by Buzz Costin called McLuhan, MyCluein. That's the person, the nomenclature you look for on YouTube, and there's all kinds of audio of McLuhan. And it's important to hear McLuhan and his audio, because that was what his main strength was, his speaking ability, and allowed him to perceive in the present and respond to the present and not wait around for books to be published. A couple of his books, like Culture's Our Business, came out in 1970, were sabotaged by the publishers, and some parts of the Android meme in the publishing industry were upset about McLuhan, and they didn't publicize his books or...
Why were they upset about him? Curious.
Because they thought he was saying the book was dead.
I see. Okay.
And publishers who in the book business didn't want that out. Didn't want that kind of course. What he said is that books were obsolete, and he defined obsolete as not forming our perceptions anymore, not constitutive, not constituting what we saw. The print medium was so marginalized by 1970, and our perceptions among media environments were formed by the electronic age, satellite computers and that. So therefore, he said there would be way more books than ever. So many people thought that people would stop reading, and when they heard that he said print was obsolete. He was perceived as saying that in the mid-'60s, and they thought that he meant that books would disappear. He meant the exact opposite. There's going to be more books. He called it floods of visual space. He said we will be drowned in visual space from now on, because it was an obsolete medium, meaning there'd be more books than ever, and that is what happened. He also said, another supplement, he said the baby boomers, and this will be in the 60s, the baby boomers in their 30s and 40s, which would be in the 70s and 80s, but he said this in the late 60s, would, as they got older, would be reading a lot more. And because they would move naturally into more left hemisphere solidification, because they were Americans and really based on left hemisphere thinking, it's their meme gene code, they would start having an identity in a literate sense as they got older. And you could see that happened in the 80s. Baby boomers were noted to be reading a lot more, and they became, quote, more conservative. Now, that was just a surface effect for the medium of print. Much happened since then, and that brings us to the present.